Hello there, it is Margaret and welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, we are going to be testing all of this silver and gold metal to see if it is actually silver and gold. So I'm going to share with you what I'm doing, my process, and why I'm doing it. These are all things that I've gotten either from garage sales or thredup boxes that I think might be gold or might be silver. Some of it's marked, some of it's not marked. Some of it I am pretty sure that it's not. And I wanted to make sure I gathered up these things so I could share with you why I thought it was not as well. So you'll get an idea of why I think something is or isn't gold or silver as we go along. So the items that I have with me, the tools I have, are my magnet, and I like this one magnet. It's fun. Okay, I've got my magnet that I use to test to see if things are magnetic, because if they are magnetic, then they are not silver or gold. They could be plated, and as you can see, that one right there, just a hint. A hint in advance. All right, and the next item I've got is my loop. I use this to look for wear on the items. I use this to look for marks on the items, so a loop is handy. I also have my gloves because we are going to be working with acids and we don't want to burn our hands. When I say we, I mean me. I've got my stone that I got on Amazon, and I'll link all the stuff I've got in the comment section down below, or the description. And then I have the acids that I use in this box here, and it comes with, let me scooch, okay, everybody gets to scooch now. It comes with one of each, but I've gotten new acids because after a certain amount of time, 6 months to a year or so, the acids start going bad. And I've actually had my original set for a little bit longer, but I just recently started noticing like, oh, I don't think these are working out so well. So it's got, you know, 10K, 14K, 18K, and silver, platinum, all the testing things you need. I don't use the silver testing acid very much because it turns, I'll show you what it looks like, but it turns the, if it's silver, it turns the streak red, like a dark red, and it's kind of hard to see on the stone, the black stone anyway. So I have used a white ceramic tile before, on the porous side, not on the slick side, just to be able to see the red. So, but I use the 18K, but I use the 18K solution for silver instead. So I will share that with you. So let's start with the silver stuff. Let me separate it out. So I'm putting all my silver stuff up top. Things that I think might be gold are going to the side. And we're moving you over here. That is silver. That's gold. I'm saying gold as in golden color. We're just going to separate these things. Oh, my battery's going to die. Of course. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So we're going to start with all the silver stuff first. Why is my lighting so orange? There we go. Okay, my lighting's a little better now. So, let's start with this bracelet. First of all, I don't think it is silver. I decided to go ahead and bring it into this video because when I was going through, I noticed that it wasn't, magnetic, and I wanted to let you guys know that just because something isn't magnetic doesn't mean that it's automatically silver. One, it's not marked, which sometimes silver and gold is not marked. But another thing is that you can see these like bubbles or like flaws where the coating was put on, so that's another sign that it's not. And then another thing is it's really heavy for its size, so so silver won't be this heavy, which you can't feel it, but plus just listen to it. So it's definitely got a base metal under there, and I'll do the test with the stone anyway just so you can see that it's not silver, but yeah, anyway. Okay, so I pulled this one as well because, as you can see, it's really tarnished. It's got all the markings of being silver. It's got the Lobster Clasp, It looks really good as far as being silver. It's tarnished up. It's the right kind of style. But then whenever I come and check it with my magnet, it is definitely magnetic. And so this one is probably just silver plated, which, you know, doesn't mean I throw it in the garbage. No, it's still gonna sell, but it just won't, I can't say that it's sterling silver because of this magnetism on the piece. You can see it's picking it up like so. Okay, so we'll test that one. And then this one, which is made the same way, is also slightly magnetic as well. So this one is also most likely plated, and you know, I can't remember if I saw a mark on this one or not, but a lot of times these clasps will have a mark on them. I'll have to look closer with my loop in just a second. Okay, this was a cool piece that, I can't remember if this is in a thread-up jar, but it's got these dried flowers in it with the resin over top. I definitely don't think that this is silver because of the wear that's rubbing off. You can see like the brassy color underneath. So this one I'm not even gonna bother testing, but I just wanted to show you that as well. So if you're like, I'm still trying to identify silver if I just see it, right? Okay, so next up is this silver chain. It's broken, but it is 100% magnetic, so that is something that is not going to be silver. All right, I've got this earring here, and it's silver all the way around, and then the part that goes into your ears also silver in color. This one is magnetic as well. Fun, fun. All right, and then here we've got a little dolphin. This one even says silver dolphin. And then on the chain, I wanted to show you guys this. This is something that I look for when I'm out at garage sales and estate sales. This little piece here, let me zoom it down a little bit. This little piece next to the clasp, I always say it looks like a rounded off razor blade, like an old-timey razor blade. I think there's a name for it, but I don't know what it is. If I see this on a necklace or a bracelet or something like that on a chain, then that's a good sign for me, because a lot of times the marking, the hallmark will be put on that, whether it's silver or gold or whatever. So this one is going to be silver. But let's check with our magnet just in case. And as you can see, it is not magnetic. Our dolphin, come back here, you. Our dolphin is not magnetic, but I want to show you too, look, the spring, the little clasp is magnetic, and what that means is that inside the clasp, there's a little spring that, you know, helps it open and close, and the spring inside this is made of a metal that is magnetic. So just because that happens on some of your jewelry, don't despair, it's just the spring inside. And then I had these earrings. I've got these earrings that I think came in a thread-up box as well, and the super, super, super shiny on them. They are not magnetic. I don't remember seeing any kind of maker's mark on them, so they could have, you know, they could be any kind of metal and maybe rhodium plated, because that makes it super shiny. But I thought I would give them one more look over with my loop and then go ahead and test them and see if they are silver. Wouldn't it be awesome if they were white gold? That would be amazing, but we'll find out. All right, let's get started. So I like to line my items up because I'll do more than one at a time. So I'm gonna have the bracelet, the earring, and let's see, I'm not even gonna test those. Then the next thing will be the necklace chain, and then the fourth thing I will test is the dolphin. So let me scoot these a little bit more so you can see them like that. Okay, so first, second, third, and then fourth with the dolphin. Let me zoom it out a teeny bit. There. Okay, so I already know this one's not going to be silver, but I just wanted to show you what it will look like. So I make the scratch on here, and as you can see already, that scratch isn't even like silvery at all in color. Okay, then the next thing, now this piece actually is two parts. So there's the hoop, and then there's the section that goes into the ear. So I'm gonna go ahead and scratch both of those parts. So here we go. I don't think I looked back at this though. Let me look with my loop. So what I'm looking for, one is a mark, but then I'm also looking at the places where the pieces move or rub together. So the spot where the ear, the part that goes into your ear, the post, goes in and out of the clasp part, I'm looking at that to see if there's any rubbing away of the metal or if there's like a plating that's rubbing off, and I don't see anything. So that, I mean, that could be an indicator, but it could also just be that it's really new. So it's something to look for when you're out, or if it's like the hinge part where it's moving up and down and everything. So there's that as well. Okay, so let's scratch this one, if I can get it to hold still. That one's not leaving much of a mark there. Okay, so then when I scratch this one as well, let me zoom it in so you can see, it doesn't have like a typical silver color either. So we will see. And the post part, which is the second line in the middle, it doesn't quite match the hoop part either. So those two don't quite match in color. Okay, so that was first, that's second. Next up is my silver chain. Let me find a spot, a good spot to do this on. I try to find an inconspicuous spot. I'm gonna have to take this off for the chain. I can't scratch it with that glove on. Now we're talking. See that white color? That's more like what silver will look like when you're scratching it on here. And then I'm gonna find a spot that's inconspicuous on the little dolphin. Where can I scratch? I'm gonna scratch on like the loop part, not on his body. So, loopy part, here we go. There we go, so that has that silver look too, where it's kind of like a white color. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting to see what the earring is. So, I'm trying to get it where you can see all the pieces. Zoom it out a little bit. So remember, the first line is this bracelet. Second line is the post for this. Third line is the hoop. And fourth line is the chain. And fifth is the dolphin. Okay, putting the glove back on. Now, once again, I am using the 18, oh, wrong way glove. I'm using the 18 karat gold. I'll show you what it looks like with both. So I've got the 18K acid, and I'll show you with the silver solution as well what it's gonna look like. That's my new one. I'll try both, okay. All right, so let's do this. So when I do this on the 18K, what's gonna happen is, if it is silver, it will show like little silvery speckles, you know, silvery, I think they look kind of white blue color, and then the others would vanish away. There we go. So let's see. So as you can probably see, you can see on the dolphin that it was turning, let me zoom it in. The dolphin chain and the dolphin pendant are turning that kind of like blue color. The other ones have totally, no. The post on my earring is still there. But you know what, that might be stainless steel because it's not reacting exactly the same way. Let's try it a little bit more. Let's see. I don't know, because I've had, I'll have to show you with stainless steel what it does. So it might just be stainless steel because it's not reacting the same way as the silver, where it's kind of really turning almost like a day glow color. The other one is not. Okay, so what I want to do though, because my earring, I'm going to go ahead and test it for gold, even though I'm not 100% sure about that, but where is it? I'm going to do my 10K just on the earring part. I can see that bubbling. So my 10K is not dissolving yet. Okay. And let's do my 14K. 14K. Well, it's dissolving it for the earring, so it's probably just that the earring post is probably like a stainless steel on there. So let's take a look at our gold items. I've got this necklace with a chain. I have, and I don't think this one's gold at all either. The chain just doesn't feel right. I've got this earring with the gold hook on it. I have a tiny little gold, possibly nose ring. This was in either a Shop Goodwill or a thredup box, and I'm not sure. I don't think it's gold for sure or anything. These hoops, which I don't think are gold, and I'm going to explain why. So I've got this solo earring. Some of these I knew were not gold. Some of them, you know, I just wanted to talk to you about why. And then this bracelet here. Okay, so we've got all these things. Let's talk about them. So the earrings, the reason I don't think they're gold is because the part that goes into your ear, the post, is not gold in color. It is silver, so it's probably like a surgical steel or stainless steel, something like that. And the other part, I know people say, oh, it could be gold, and they just used surgical steel. I've never had that happen. So it's not magnetic. So hey, maybe this is the time. We'll try it, right? So we'll test that just to see, but I have a feeling not. All right, this was a teeny tiny little earring, nose ring. It was not magnetic, so I thought I would take a closer look at that one. That's the mate for that earring. Then this solo earring, it looks like maybe has like a tiny little emerald in there. The back part, the backing appears to be magnetic, but then the earring, is the earring magnetic too? Trying to see if it's, no, I can't tell if it is. So we'll check the little earring. Then I had this earring that was a solo, and the spring part down in the bottom is catching it, but the rest of it, yeah, also is. So this is one of those times when the post is also gold in color, but it's not gold. So like that. Okay. Okay, then we had this, I don't know, they look like maybe onyx chips on this hoop, and it is not attracting to the magnet. My hunch is that this is not gold, but we'll check it anyway. And then, as I said, this necklace, I don't think it's really gold because of just the way the chain feels. It doesn't feel very refined, but it's not magnetic, so we can check it. The spring in the little spring ring is magnetic, and then the little medallion, whatever this flower is, not magnetic either. So we'll check all of those things. Then we've got this, I guess it's a Virgin Mary or maybe a Jesus, and it's not magnetic, but I don't know, I've never come across anything like it, so we'll just check it. And then we've got this Claddagh bracelet that I thought was really nice. It has these KonMari marble, which I think is the KonMari marble, and then these amethyst cabochons. And I don't think this is either as far as gold goes, because look at the spring ring. It's kind of already like this rubbed off color. But the Claddagh parts, but they could have been replaced. Like maybe the clasp broke and they just popped something else on there. I don't know. My hunch is that it's not. It looks like the jump rings. The little jump rings are the little loops between the two pieces, and the little jump rings are also magnetic. So let's dive in and test out these pieces. So let's start with this interesting one here, and let me flip it around this way. So I'm gonna scratch it here. It's kind of got a pink color. I like to look and see if anything rubs off from where I scratched. I don't see anything rubbing off. Next we'll do this little tiny, I don't know, is that a nose ring or something? My glove is getting in the way. I like to make the lines kind of long because I'm going to use more than one testing solution on them. And we decided that was not. Let's do this earring next. You can also compare the color of the scratches. Like this one's kind of got a pink color to it. Then these two kind of look gold, so that's encouraging. Then there's the little emerald one. Here we go. Hold still. Okay. And this hoop that we think is probably not going to be gold. And we're going to rub that over here. Look, you can see that this is more like the color of the little Mary, or is that Mary? It's too hard to tell. Okay, so let's test those, then we'll come back and do these last two at the end. Do you think we can get them all on there? Let's try. Let's try. Why not? While we're at it, we'll just do a super long, just long testing strip. All right, fingers, we gotta scratch this. Hold on, here we go. Okay, and then we're gonna do one of these little clattas. Alrighty, here we go. I got them all in order so I don't forget who came first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Okay, here we go. So I start with the 10K, and I'll just make a line going down, straight down, and we'll see if anything dissolves. And if it dissolves, that means that it is not 10K or gold at this point. You know, I guess it could be 9K or something like that. So, what are we looking at here? Okay, interesting. So as I'm seeing it, let me pull it closer so I can look a little better. Let me give it just a second more, because it looks like a couple things are dissolving. It's taking a really long time for the first one, this little Mary, to dissolve. So part of me wonders about like the rose gold factor, because the rose gold will have, I believe it's copper in it to kind of give it the red color. The little nose ring, there's still a little bit, it's kind of hard to see, but there's still a little bit of the line there. I'm trying to see, turn it so you can see. And then the only one for sure that is still there, that is hardcore still there, is this emerald, little emerald ring. And then it looks like my Clada one is still kind of there too, but it's fading slowly. The second one is, I mean, like this one makes me think either it's plated, because it's kind of there, it's kind of fading out. So maybe it's plated, or maybe it's like a 9K or something like that. And then this one is still kind of there, so it might also be just like a plated piece. I don't know though. Okay, so let's go in and find out about this one, because that's the one for sure you can still see under there. So the next thing I do is I get my 14K, and then we'll draw the line with the 14K, and you'll be able to see who sticks around and who totally dissolves. And once again, you can see that this emerald one, that line is still staying put. The others have pretty much vanished almost immediately. Okay, so now what we do is we're going to check this one with the next level up, which is the 18K. And what will happen, did I do the wrong one? No. What will happen is if it's 14K, the 18K acid will dissolve the line and it will go away. So let's take a peek right there. And as you can see, boom, it automatically just vanished. So this little earring is 14 karat gold with probably a little emerald in there. I'd have to use my tester to test it out and make sure that it's an emerald. We for sure have a 14 karat gold earring. We've got this silver necklace. And being able to have a testing kit at home is a really great way to double check what you've got and make sure that you are listing things accurately. Just because something isn't gold or silver doesn't mean that I won't be able to sell it. It just means that I'll be able to research it and price it more accurately. So I hope you found this video helpful. Go down there and hit the thumbs up and leave me a comment, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, everybody.